Good afternoon. I just wanted to let y'all know the judge is tied up on a conference call. It should be over soon. So thank you for being patient.
My sincere apologies.
Good afternoon.
Couldn't get off the call. Okay, Chambers County Probate Court come to order. Of course, I'm sure y'all enjoyed sitting here looking at each other, right? While you waiting on me. 21 CPR 0013, the state of Michael Todd. Ms. Casey, good morning. Ms. Cook.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Mr. Cook. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you may proceed, counsel.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you may proceed. I thought you said nice to see you. Yes, Your Honor.
Well, nice to see you, and you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. I will proceed. And just to kind of refresh the court, at a previous time, I had applicant with me here, Mr. Patrick Todd, brother of the deceased. And at this point in time, I have the two witnesses that are going to testify before the court today. And I'd like to begin with Miss Valerie Chambers.
All right, let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and swear in everyone that's going to testify. Raise your right hand, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
I do.
Now you really may proceed.
Valerie, could you state your full name for the court, please?
Valerie Chambers.
And what is your relationship with the decedent?
I am his ex-wife.
Okay, Valerie, and how long have you been familiar with the decedent?
I've known him since 1982.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, at the time of his passing, he was single, correct?
I'm sorry, he was what?
At the time of his passing, he was not married, correct?
Yes, correct.
And did the decedent have any children?
No, stepchildren, only stepchildren.
Okay, and the decedent did not adopt any children, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and both his mother and father have predeceased him, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, who were the siblings of the decedent?
There's Larry Todd, who's a half brother in California, and Cameron Todd, who has passed, and Patrick Todd, who I believe is there with you now, and Keith Todd of Baytown, Texas.
Okay, thank you. And just real quick on Mr. Cameron Todd, he did predecease. Are you familiar with his children?
I met them once. I'm not very familiar. I've met them once.
Okay. Would you confirm that there were 3 children, one boy and 2 girls? Does that sound familiar to the best of your knowledge? Danny, Carly, and Maya?
That sounds about right. I couldn't remember if there were 3 or 4, but there is a Carly Todd, and there is a son. And again, I
Okay.
more time talking with them than with the father and mother than I did with the children.
Okay, thank you. And to the best of your knowledge, Michael passed without leaving a will. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, he did not apply for nor receive any Medicaid benefits after March 1st of 2005.
Did not apply for or receive what? I'm sorry.
Medicaid benefits.
Medicaid benefits?
That's correct.
No, he did not.
And to the best of your knowledge, he owned a piece of real property,
Mhm.
and that was in Baytown, Texas, on El Chapo Drive.
Correct.
Okay, thank you, Valerie. I'm going to pass the witness honor.
Ms. Walsh, good afternoon.
Thank you, Judge, for allowing me to appear by audio. I appreciate it. Ms. Chambers, we've previously spoken on the phone. Can you hear me okay?
It's coming in and out a little bit, but
Okay,
most of it.
okay. Just let me know if you have trouble hearing me and I'll repeat whatever I need to. You said that Mr. Todd did not have any children, but did you ever know of him to take any person into his home and raise them like his child? No. And prior to your marriage to him, had he ever been in any marriage that you know of?
No.
And you were divorced from him in 2014, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And during your marriage, did you ever talk to him about writing a will or going to see a lawyer about writing a will?
Yes.
And what were those conversations?
Well, first of all, Mike was the best lawyer I ever knew. So when we talked about these things in the form of, well, it was a discussion. It wasn't a we should or you should or something like that. He thought he tended to think that yes, it's something he should, and sure, he should get to it. It was on his list of things to do, and his list of things to do was fairly long.
Okay, but you guys never made an appointment and went to see an attorney about writing a will?
Correct.
Okay. And do you know whether a search was conducted after he passed away for a will?
I'm not certain.
Okay, that's fine. I passed the
We
witness.
looked for one in his house and we didn't see one on his computer and we didn't see one.
Okay, great. Thank you. I passed the witness, Your Honor.
Counselor.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I'd like to call Miss Kathleen, if she can hear me, Lampanano. Kathleen?
You don't show to be
Can you hear
muted,
me
ma'am.
now?
Now we can hear you.
Can you hear? Okay, yeah, I had to unmute my, sorry about
Okay.
that. It keeps on saying waiting on my end, excuse me, so I wasn't sure, anyway.
We got you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, could you please state your full name for the court?
Kathleen Ann Andrus Lampignano.
Okay, and Kathleen, what is your relationship with the decedent?
I worked with him, so he was a co-worker. I met him in 1983, and we had also done some things outside of, some social things outside of work.
Okay.
We did not date. Oh, we did not date. We were just friends.
Okay, thank you. And so you would say that approximately you knew Michael for 40 years. To the best of your knowledge, at the time of his passing, was he married?
No, he wasn't married.
To the best of your knowledge, did Michael have any children? Whether those
No.
that be adopted or
He didn't have
biological?
any children. Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't have any biological children, and he did not adopt any children.
Okay, thank you. And to the best of your knowledge, have both of Michael's parents predeceased him?
Yes.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, Michael's siblings, can you identify who those siblings were? Or
Well, he had 4 brothers. I think it was Larry, Keith, Patrick, and Cam, I guess they call him. One of the brothers is deceased. I think that's Cam.
okay, and to the best of your knowledge, did Michael ever leave a will?
No, we had talked about it since I knew that we were good friends. You know, I considered him my work husband, basically. So we would talk about a lot of things, not only professionally, but personally. And because I knew that he was single, I told him we're talking about wills and estates and retiring because we're both getting up in age. And I had offered to be an executrix if he ever wanted somebody that was not a relative to have that role. And he said he was looking into doing that, but that's as far as it went. I mean, we never talked about, maybe one other time, but that was it.
Okay.
So I don't think he had a will. I don't think he went through with it, but I as far as I know, he was thinking about it, but I have no knowledge on whether he went through with it or not.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, he did not receive any Medicaid benefits after.
No, he was still working and had health insurance through work.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, he passed leaving a piece of property in Baytown. It's a home on El Chaco Drive. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I'll pass this witness.
Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Lori Walsh. I'm the attorney ad litem. I just have a couple of questions for you. Did you ever, you knew him a long time, so prior to his marriage, did you know him to have any long-term relationships with anyone that he may have lived with him?
No, Valerie was the first long-term relationship that he had that I was aware of.
Okay.
And they
And did
knew
you
each
ever
other
know-
a long time, before they got married.
Okay. And did you ever know him to have taken in anyone in his home and raised them like a child?
Other than his stepchildren. The stepchildren are the only ones that I'm aware of.
Okay.
That would be Valerie's children with a prior relationship.
Okay. And you're not interested in his estate in any way, correct?
No, I have no interest in his estate other than, as a friend and make sure that I can help in whatever capacity that is.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I pass the witness.
Your Honor, I would like to call Mr. Patrick Todd just to provide some testimony regarding a question that Ms. Walsh had raised concerning the search for the will.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Todd, to the best of your knowledge, you have performed your due diligence as the applicant to locate any last will testament or any testamentary documents for that matter of the decedent, but you have not found any. Is that correct? That's true. Okay, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Walsh.
I have no questions for Mr. Todd, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Cook.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, I have the judgment declaring heirship. I see both of you have signed off on it. So I'm going to approve the judgment declaring heirship. You want to provide testimony on administration, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, I can. And I will do that with Mr. Todd right now.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I be excused? I don't have anything on the administration.
You may be.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Thank you, Lori. We had originally spoke a couple of weeks ago, and you provided testimony to the court. We're going to supplement that today. Now that the court has heard testimony from the witnesses, could you please state your name for the court?
My name is Patrick Todd.
Okay, and we're here discussing the passing of your brother Michael, and he passed at the age of 69 years, December of 2020, in Baytown, Chambers County, and 4 years have not elapsed since the date of his death. Is that correct? That's correct. And the reason we're in Chambers County is that is the county that he had a fixed place of residence. Yes, right. Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, he did die in testate, not leaving any testamentary witnesses.
Yes.
And the necessity exists. There's multiple assets that are left in the name of the estate. There are also certain debts that need to be administered and dealt with. Okay. And he was previously married, but he was divorced from Miss Chambers on May 19th of 2014. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we have the consent from the other heirs that you would be able to appoint if deemed necessary by the court as an independent administrator, and you're not in any way, to the best of your knowledge, disqualified from serving as administrator. Is that correct? Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, no questions. So the witness, what about a bond amount, counsel?
At this point, Your Honor, we're unsure of the total of liquid or accessible assets, and so we would ask that bond. I believe in the consent, we ask that it be waived, but if you find it necessary, we ask that it be set as low as we can.
Okay, so you don't have any idea what the liquid assets are this time?
Total of liquid assets.
Liquid as far as money in the bank.
Yeah,
It's like just a few $100s.
a few $100s, Your Honor.
So like $500?
It's less. This was 300. I want to say $378 is the number that's in my head.
Okay. We do need to set a bond. So let's set a $500 bond. That should cover those liquid assets. And then if it grows, we need to come back and revisit that, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well then I hereby approve order granting independent administration and authorized letters of administration and set a bond of $500. And y'all agree to a fee for that, Lionel?
Yes, sir. We have paid the initial amount, and I believe that Ms. Walsh will also be providing an invoice for this hearing today.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Thank you,
Anything
Your Honor.
else? Nothing else come before the court? We are adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.